Hey folks, good morning. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Is my stream and audio clear or not? Let me know in the chat. Thank you everyone. So I'm on dollar and this was my point of view on dollar yesterday. I wanted to see this lows getting taken out, or at least a tap into this breaker block that I shared with you all on hourly chart, and then a move towards the buy side. So a move towards the buy side happened early before price did a tap into this relative equal lows. So what does it mean? Price leaving liquidity for high impact news. And when do we have our high impact news? We have our high impact news tomorrow, right? Tomorrow is CPI. You can see that 8:30 we have CPI. 10 o'clock crude oil inventories, low impact news, and a medium impact news at 1 o'clock at 10-year bond auction. So the high impact news that we'll be carrying today and tomorrow is CPI. So before CPI, price action tends to be a little bit choppier compared to a normal day, because today price will generate liquidity for tomorrow. Okay, always remember folks, before a high impact news, price generates liquidity, and in high impact news, price delivers those liquidity. It's easy. Two lines, remember that. Look at your chart according to that and you will understand way better than you do now. So I shared an analysis with you all on Telegram. If you are not on Telegram with me, you should be there. You can join there, it's free. I shared an analysis of two zone. This is the analysis that I shared on dollar. Okay, so this is the dollar chart that I'm looking on, and this is the fair value gap that I marked and shared, and another fair value gap up here. To me, a high probability zone for a reversal is gonna be the up fair value gap that I marked here, paired with relative equal highs, but price can also reverse from this zone. Okay, why am I saying this is a high probability? For that, you will have to look into Dow and other correlated pairs like Nasdaq. Okay, to me, okay, I think you guys understood what I'm looking for in dollar, a bearish price action. Okay, and let me clear a little bit more. We do have relative equal lows down here and this fair value gap. Okay, this is an hourly unfilled fair value gap. Let's see if it's unfilled or not. I think it's not an unfilled fair value gap, right? The low of this candle, look here, the low of this candle is coming at 101.471. Low of this candle is coming at 101.469. So just by one or two tick, price tapped into this BC, hourly BC, but a reversal at this level is very much possible from my point of view. I'm not expecting a run above this fair value gap. Okay, if price is doing that, if price is proving me wrong, and I don't care if I'm wrong or right, I'm here to make money and I can make money in both ways. I can expect a run in these equal highs. Okay, you guys, if you guys have been watching me, you know that my trade plan moves with the price action, but I only look for one thing in price. Okay, I came in mind for a short every day, right? Literally since I've been streaming, I'm literally shorting every single day, and you guys saw me making money by shorting in a trendy market, which was like in a buy mode, which was hunting buy side liquidity aggressively. So to me it doesn't matter, I can make money in both ways. So I do see a unfilled fair value gap here, unfilled fair value gap here on 50-minute chart. So let's wait and see from where price is reversing. Okay, if price is dropping from this here, okay, you can see that price already tapped into a fair value gap, the hourly fair value gap that I showed you. Price already tapped into it. So if price wanna reverse, it will not respect this fair value gap here. Okay, that's what I don't want to see, price respecting this fair value gap. If price is going below this fair value gap, this 50-minute fair value gap, BC to be specific, we can expect to see price running and coming down here, but not below. I'm not expecting a price run that will take out this relative equal lows today, or even feeling this fair value gap today. Okay, I'm only expecting a short run for the AM session down here. So let's see what happens. And before the CPI, okay, the volatility gets low. So yeah, price action tends to be a little bit more choppier. And my view on Dow is that I'm on hourly chart. On hourly chart, I do see a fair value gap here. Right, yesterday I told you guys I'm expecting bearish price action. I was right in that regard, but I wasn't like right to the tick. I expected a reversal from this inversion, if you guys remember. But a drop in price happened early. Anyway, we got like more than 3R on NASDAQ. On Dow, US30, I do see this fair value gap. That's a CB, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, and this is unfilled, paired with relative equal highs. Okay, do you guys see it? Relative equal highs here, a lot of relative equal highs. What does it mean? Strong level of liquidity. Is it so complex to understand? No, easy. You see relative equal highs, two swing highs that are relatively equal. You mark it, you expect to see price reversing in that zone. But the complex thing is that, like, to know from where price will reverse. It's the hardest thing for a newbie. A newbie can mark equal high, unfilled fair value gap. Very easy to do. Doesn't take any knowledge. If you sit down with like ICT for 2-3 days, you'll be able to do that. But the thing is to know from where price can reverse. For that, I'll have to take you onto the higher time frame. Always remember, folks, higher time frame is the mother of your analysis. Okay, mother will give birth to the future outcome. Future outcome, you are projecting the price here, we are predicting the price here. So where is the mother? This fair value gap, this unfilled 4-hour BC buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Okay, so this is the unfilled 4-hour fair value gap. From where exactly? We know that price can come down here. It's obvious. Price came down so much, it can come down and tap into this fair value gap. That's the draw on liquidity, and we can understand that. But from where exactly we expect to see a reversal? From the upper quadrant, from the midway, and the lower quadrant is the low probability. Okay, if price is reaching towards the lower quadrant, 0.25, you should expect a reversal, but not as strong as we are gonna be expecting here. 0.75, 0.5%. Got it? Yeah. So I'm expecting a reversal in price from this level, 0.75%. Upper quadrant, that's the reason I marked it as high probability. When price was here, I shared the analysis on Telegram. Okay, if you are not there, you can join in my Telegram account. It's free. The link is in my description, and you can see that when price was dropping, I gave you guys the equal high target and then this unfilled fair value gap. And anyway, I'm also doing a giveaway with Funded Next on my Telegram. If you guys are interested in that, I'm doing a giveaway of 10 6K funded account. I trust Funded Next. So yeah, if you are into those things like using funded accounts, you can go and check out on my Twitter handle and you can participate in that giveaway. It's free. Just follow, retweet, that's it, and you can have a 6K funded account gifted to you. Okay, so it's easy. If you are into those things, you can go ahead and check on my Twitter link, and the link is in the description below. You can check it out there. Okay, so that's the analysis on Dow. Very clean, very simple, nothing hard that will like rip off your mind. Okay, I'm not talking in a hard language. I'm talking in a very easy language, easy to understand, easy to follow, simple things. Okay, fair value gap, we all know that. Equal highs, we all know that. Even in retail, the sees it as a double top, double bottom. Okay, so we all know it. Fair value gap, easy. I'm not using any complex thing. I'm only looking for one setup breaker block by using higher time frame narrative. Okay, so the folks who think that it's easy, it's not. It looks simple, but it's very hard. You know, it takes time, it takes patience to get here, and most fail. Okay, so don't be that person who fails, who thinks, okay, it's simple. If I only put like a couple of hours, then I will get it. You won't. You will have to spend a lot of time. Okay, like suppose you are in love with a girl, so you will be wanting her. Okay, like in a true love, you will do anything for her, as long as it takes. If she like takes test of your love, you will participate in that test. So it's just as simple as that. Think of this thing as your girlfriend. I know you guys are newbie, so spend a lot of time with her. Give her a lot of care, a lot of time. Sometimes she will disagree with you, but don't be disappointed. You want to be staying with her in a long term. Okay, you want to see a future with her. So be a patient guy. And do you guys see relative equal lows here? That's a swing low, another swing low. What does it mean? Relative equal lows. So for where price is reaching now, for price to drop, you will have to go to a premium level. Now, do you guys see a premium level here? And do you guys see a target from where price can reverse and drop down into this BC? We are getting near to our 820 to 830 macro. Let's go to the hourly chart. Let me know in the chat from where in this price fractal price can reverse, which price fractal is the high probability. Okay, and I'll move to NASDAQ. ESM, the drawn liquidity to me is this fair value gap. I think it's on hourly chart. I don't care about ESM, okay, or ES. So I'm not looking at ES, to be honest. If you are into that, so I'm targeting this. That's the target, that's the drawn liquidity, this fair value gap. If you want a specific level on ES, then it's 41, 24, 25. That's the level I'm expecting for price to drop. A partial would be in this fair value gap. Okay, if you are trading here on ES. On NASDAQ, what do you see? On NASDAQ, price took a swing low. Okay, if I drop down on the 15-minute chart, you will be able to see that that's a swing low. Price took the liquidity. That's the turtle soup. And then this is the unfilled fair value gap, CB, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, and below us we have a daily fair value gap. Let me hide the ICT indicator. Let me hide some drawings. Days, okay. And I'm on NASDAQ here on daily chart, and you can see that a daily fair value gap here, right? It's easy, folks. Deciding your bias, it's easy. I don't know how you guys make it so hard to understand. Price will only hunt two things: liquidity, fair value gap. That's it. Other than that, there's nothing in chart. So what is there to get confused? The thing that makes you confused because you always think about money. You don't have patience to wait for a setup. What a newbie will do, okay? A newbie knows that we can expect to see a reversal from this fair value gap, okay? Everyone knows that it's a BC that should send price towards the buy side, and we have equal high. Equal high means relative equal high, strong level of liquidity. So what a newbie will think, as soon as price taps into this fair value gap, I will buy, without logic, without looking for a setup, without waiting for time to present a setup. That's the thing that a newbie does wrong, and it's very hard, okay? Everyone knows it, that they should wait for a setup. Trust me, I know it. I still find it hard to follow. When I see, okay, not now, when I was a newbie, it took me a long time to get out of that zone, and I still feel those emotions getting back to me after some time, and I still have to fight those. So never think like you will reach in a level in future where you will never feel emotions like that. You will. I feel those emotions, but the thing is, you will have to fight those emotions. So don't be a newbie. Wait for a setup. Wait to see how price reacts from the zone. What zone? Upper quadrant, midway, lower quadrant. Why am I using those levels? HYDRA, you can see a fair value gap. you know your price will reverse from there. Then what's the point of using like the quadrant levels? The point is it gives you confidence. It gives you a, like, it's like an X-ray vision. Okay, you are putting some X-rays here, and then you are looking at chart. You are putting the quadrants, then you are looking at chart, and it gives you X-ray vision. It does not. It helps you to get out of the emotional zone. Okay, that's the reason I use those quadrants. I want to know from which level specifically price will reverse. That's the reason I suggest you to use those. It's very easy to use. Put those in here, and then you will have the quadrant levels. Expect to see a reversal from 0.75, the upper quadrant, midway, and the lower quadrant. But even here, a newbie will do something wrong. What's the wrong that a newbie will do? A newbie will think, okay, HYDRA is telling me to look for a reversal from 0.25. So I'll buy from 0.75, I'll buy from 0.5. That's the thing a newbie does wrong. Do you guys ever saw me? I'm expecting a reversal from these two levels, but do you guys ever saw me pushing a button after price coming down here? Okay, no. After price comes down here, okay, price proving me right, but I'll not push the button. For me to push the button, I'll have to have a lot of confirmation. If price is coming down and hitting this level, okay, the high probability that I marked, the upper quadrant, price is proving me right. Price is giving me a confirmation. There will be the second confirmation. Price hit the fair value gap. This fair value gap is in discount from this low to the high. The discount level will come in somewhere between the midway. Okay, so second confirmation. The third confirmation will be a stop hunt, because we'll be looking for a buy, right? Then a breaker block. So a setup is coming at the end. At the end, I'm not even thinking about setup right now. I'm thinking about the market and the price action, if I'm right or wrong. Okay, if I'm wrong, if price is delivering towards the buy side aggressively, do I care? If a newbie gets wrong, okay, he'll be like, okay, this ICT concept is bullshit, it doesn't work. It works, every concept fails, but you'll have to show market that you are patient enough. Okay, even if price is going up and not even hitting and coming down to this fair value gap, do I care? No, I'll just sit patiently and wait for tomorrow to show me a setup. Tomorrow, no setup, CPI, it's okay. The day after that, the whole week, suppose I didn't found a single setup that I could take, okay, I will do trading on crypto on weekends. So no one and nothing, algo itself is not even stopping me from making money in this condition. The point is, if you have the skill, you can make money easily doing anything, trading in any chart. Okay, just focus on building the skill first, by tape reading, by demo trading, by waiting patiently for your skill to show up. Do you guys see my skill when I'm trading in front of you, analyzing the chart? Yes, that's the skill I have, and I'm willingly flexing on that. Okay, that's the thing that I have, you don't. How did I get it? I'm sharing it to you. That's the things that I follow: being patient, doing a lot of tape reading, waiting for a setup patiently. It's the hardest, okay? You can do a tape reading, but the hardest thing in market is to wait for a setup patiently. Once you get there, once you are able to do that, trust me, it's easy. So that's the whole analysis on NASDAQ. CB, price can run up here. But for me to think a high probability wrong, I don't want to see price coming up here and taking out this relative equal highs and hitting this fair value gap, okay? This CB. What I want to see, price dropping down, hitting any of these levels, 0.75, 0.5 quadrant level. We will watch and see if price want to present as a setup in any of these levels, and then I'll be looking for a setup. That will be a high probability condition for me. I will not target this equal high, okay? I can see a long target. Suppose I'm buying here, I'm targeting here. That will be like a 1 to 20 hour trade. One single trade will make me rich. But before that, will I be able to tackle price action for that long without getting emotional? I won't. My edge is on 2 hour. Okay, I'm building my edge slowly. I can target to 4 hour. That's the max that I can go. 5 hour, I cannot tackle that. 6 hour. It sounds okay, it sounds easy to do, so do it, okay? Continuously do it. I'm talking about making money continuously. A gambler, he makes money once in a while, then he flexes on it. Me, I make money every day and I flexed on that, okay? That's the thing. Continuously making money and making money once in a while, that's the big difference. Suppose you are making 10K in one trade. Me, I'm making money 2K in one trade. I'm emotionally stable. The other day, the person who made 10K, he's losing 2K, 3K, 4K. That's how it happens. It sounds impossible, but in 1 or 2 days, the person, the gambler, he will lose all of his money. And me, I lost, like, suppose I'm following risk management, I lost only $500. So I'm $500 in profit, $1,500 in profit. So tomorrow I have another chance for market to make me profitable. That's the benefit of being patient, okay? A gambler is not patient. That's how you know if you are a gambler or not. So that's the fair value gap I'm expecting a run on. Let's drop down to the 50-minute chart. So on 50-minute, okay, let's wait for a setup to present itself in front of us. It's 8:20, okay? Let's see if we can find a setup that will drop into this fair value gap. Let's drop down to the 5-minute chart. Do you guys see anything? I don't see anything. I don't see a breaker block. By anything, I'm meaning the breaker block. So let me organize everything. I'm not looking at the chat window, by the way, so I'm focusing on chart. I will look into the chat window, but not now. On Dow, okay, we'll look into Dow, but before that, let's look into the Nasdaq. This is the 5-minute chart here, and on 5-minute I do see breaker block here, these down close candles. If I mark it on 1-minute chart, let's see where it present itself. Okay, here. So it's choppy. For a newbie, it's hard to even outline the breaker block here, but that's how I'm gonna do it. That's the breaker block. Price did a stop hunt here. Is it easy to see? Yes, it's very easy to see. So I'm gonna move the 1-minute chart here. 5-minute chart will be here. Price came up. That's the premium, okay? From this high to this low, measure it. Premium will be here. So this fair value gap is in premium. So price already hit a premium PDRA, right? This fair value gap. Then what price did here? Price generated a breaker block, stop hunt, premium fair value gap, beautiful rejection. Now let's see if price is closing a candle body below this breaker block. Isn't it easy? I'm just drawing a couple of lines, looking at 5-minute chart, getting a confirmation from the higher time frame. Am I doing anything complex to understand? Nothing. Draw a couple of lines in your chart, then you are good to go, making money better than anyone in this world. And just sitting here, I'm enjoying myself, chilling, talking with you all, sharing my analysis, getting a lot of viewers. I cannot even ask a better life than this, okay? When I was working in a part-time job or a full-time job, I was working in a full-time job, by the way. So I was doing like an 8-hour shift. In that 8-hour shift, I was only making like $150. Doesn't even worth the time. Now I'm sitting here looking at chart for like 1 or 2 hours, making more than that. So what's wrong with being patient? I just don't get it, okay? Some people, they're not even patient enough. Okay, let's look at Dow. I'm gonna put the NQ chart here. If I see anything mentionable on Dow, I will talk about it. I'm looking at Dow on my other screen. Okay, about yesterday. Okay, yesterday my stream ended suddenly, and I didn't know why. I didn't close it. My OBS that crashed. So yeah, because of that. But I think it won't happen today. I fixed it. So a 2-hour target will be here. Let's wait for a candle's body closure below this breaker block. Stop loss will be here. Easy to follow, easy to understand. Let's see what price does. By the way, I'm testing out the funded next accounts. So let's see how their spreads actually are. Price didn't close the candle's body below the breaker block, right? The person who pushed the button, they're in a big loss right now. They're emotionally high. That's what you should not do, okay? On Dow, if you guys are looking at Dow, okay, let's wait for a candle's body closure below this breaker block, and then we will look at Nasdaq. I'm looking at Dow, and I think a Dow is gonna be presenting a clean setup, or at least it will be aligning with our analysis on Nasdaq. So let's look at Dow. Okay, that's what I see on Dow. On 1 minute chart, let's hop into the 5 minute, 50 minute. And you can see that that's a 50-minute fair value gap, right? Price came up, generated relative equal lows before coming here. So I'm expecting a drop from this fair value gap. Let's see if this drop happens or not. On Dow, on US30, by the way. Let's go out to the 5 minute chart. That's our 15-minute fair value gap. If you measure it, the midway will come somewhere here, and midway is aligned with this swing high. This high, there's no swing, so this high, this is gonna be our internal buy side liquidity. Buy side liquidity. So let's wait and see if price reverses after from here, from this zone. I do see unfilled fair value gap here, so easy target will be this fair value gap partial here. Okay, if price is presenting a setup that will provide us sell opportunity, then a partial would be here at this fair value gap, and TP can be here. Okay, at this level, at this black line is the hourly fair value gap, I guess. So yeah, I'll put NQ here. NQ is looking way better than this right here, but anyway, I'll mark the breaker block here. If price is going above this higher high, okay, the last down close candles are here, so the breaker block will be here. If it's not going above it, if price is rejecting from the consequent encroachment, then these down close candles will be our breaker block. So let's see how price presents the breaker block in front of us, okay? And on Nasdaq, you can see that price is not actually reversing towards the sell side. It didn't give us a chance. That's the magic and the main benefit with the breaker block concept, you know? Like, breaker block itself will show you that you are wrong in your analysis, but by not giving you a chance of entry. The folks who pushed the button early, their stop loss got hit, right? So without patience, there's nothing in this industry. You have to be patient enough Let's look at the chat window. Wow, a lot of questions, a lot of things. Sundeep is saying, hello Hydra, I'm new to trading and ICT, watching your stream here for day one. Tried funded accounts and only ended up blowing them. Super depressed and sad. Could you please share a few words? You are blocked. First of all, Sandeep, you are a newbie. If you have been watching my streams since the first day, you are lying. You are a liar. You are not watching me since the first day. If you have been watching me, I have always told you guys, if you're a newbie, stick with a demo fucking account. And what you did, Sandeep, you did the very things wrong. So be in the depression. You are not here to support. You are not supposed to be here. Stick with ICT's channel. Okay, I'm blocking you. Sorry for that if it's hurting you, but it is how it is. Okay. Volume FX is saying turtle soup is getting famous. Low turtle soup. You wanna do turtle soup? Do it. It's harder than breaker block. What is tape reading? A premium member. Okay. Premium member, you are blocked. Your $5 will get refund. Sabs. If you are asking me bullshit question and you are a member, I fucking don't care, okay? Shizam is asking macro short for me. I'm waiting for a short. A canvas body closure below this breaker block. Dale is saying morning all. Morning Dale. I saw speed. Short saying Nasdaq 2 minute in fair value gap. I'm looking at 5 minute and I do see price hitting the premium fair value gap here on 5 minute chart from this swing high to the low. Premium here, premium fair value gap. So price did another stop hunt. Yeah, so this will be our breaker block right now. Let's customize it. This will be our breaker block. So let's wait for a canvas body closure below this breaker block. I do see a volume imbalance here. So if price is tapping into it, yeah, it did right now. It didn't. Okay, I want to see price tapping into this volume imbalance and then dropping. US30 is so choppy. It's not choppy, it's just not moving the way I wanna see it moving. Other than that, it looks good to me. Not chopping around. Okay, look at Dow. If you guys are looking at Dow, Dow is literally hunting buy side liquidity aggressively. So let's wait for a short here. This is our breaker block. A partial, okay, where can we take a partial? If price is giving us a chance to enter, where can we take a partial? Below this relative equal lows would be a nice place for a partial. Demi is saying I'm looking but I can't see. Does anyone know how many days Funded Next gives to complete the challenges? Okay, Funded Next gives you 30 days in their evolution account. They also provide like express account without any time limit. So if you don't want a limit, you can choose that account, but if you can do it in 30 days, if you're confident in that, you can choose the evolution account. In the express account, they only share 60% profit. There's no time limit. On evolution account, they share, if you're a beginner, 80%, and you can maximize it up to 90%. So that's how they do it. They recently launched the 6K account, so you can try it. If you have the edge, then you can later on you can go for a bigger funded account. So if you are new, stick with a 6K account or 5K account or 10K account. Depends on how much money you are willing to risk. I'm expecting a run on this equal high at this volume imbalance and then a short. So let's see what happens. Cliff And 22 high HYDRA on 5-minute NAS. Is it crazy to look for reclaimed fair value gap just above your breaker block? Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Before that, I'm gonna hide the chat window for only my members. Okay, so Cleve is saying on 5-minute NAS, is it crazy to look for a reclaimed fair value gap? 5-minute NAS, this is the reclaimed fair value gap, okay? No, it's not crazy. If you wanna short from this reclaimed fair value gap, you can short now. After price hit this volume imbalance, okay? This volume imbalance is coming inside this reclaimed fair value gap. That's a BC, and it failed to provide support for price towards the buy side. So what does it become right now? It becomes an inversion. Okay, price did not present us a clean setup. I do see a breaker block, but I see it after 8:35. So I'll not take it on my live account. Rather, I'll take it, push the button on my demo. So I want to see first price hitting this volume imbalance, doing something like this, then dropping and hunting this low here. Internal sell side liquidity, okay? That will be the high probability condition after price hit this volume imbalance. If it's not hitting this volume imbalance, that will be a low probability condition. Wow, didn't even give us a chance to enter. That's a place where I told you guys that we can take a partial, so no chance of entry, but the analysis was right. Can we enter now? I think we can't. I wanna see price hitting this fair value gap and then dropping. Sorry, this volume imbalance and then dropping. It dropped first, so I'm not gonna take this trade. But anyway, I'll put something here like this. So our idea was something like this. Stop loss above the upper quadrant. Target here. That would have been like a 3R, but anyway. XRG Gaming is saying, chill out. Why should I chill out? Chetan Parmar is saying, HYDRA, I get confused with something which is about deciding the range. I take a huge range at times. How do you deal with over learning and over information that is stored in your head? What over information? What I'm sharing here, that's what in my head. Is it so hard to understand? I'm only using simple rules, simple stuff, simple markings. That's it. Why are you overcomplicating it? Chitan. In my head, I never overcomplicate something. If I feel like I'm overcomplicating it, then I'm a newbie. I should spend more time in charts to find out how can I make it look not overcomplicated. Okay, so that's what you should do. An answer from me, I cannot give you an answer in that. You will have to spend a lot of time with charts, and after some time you'll get your answer. That's how it is. Victor is saying, can you explain why don't you see this as a reversal for US30? I see yesterday low taking and fair value gap tapped on higher time frame. You know, you got the answer now. Is NAS similar to Dow? They mostly move opposite, but they're similar. Jake Basa is saying, hi HYDRA, I'm just a newbie of ICT, still studying all data on my way to 2022 and 2023. Is US30 possible? It is reaching for the hour one buy side liquidity. I don't know what you were saying, bro. So price came back into the fair value breaker block. Okay, if price hit this volume imbalance, I would have pushed the button, but I'm not gonna push the button because of this unfilled volume imbalance. I wanna see this volume imbalance getting hit first, and then I'll push the button. So let's see how price gives us the chance to do that. Anyway, if it was like a clean day, I would have pushed the button here. You guys know how it is, okay? That's how I do it. Push of a button will be here because price coming up, retesting this breaker block again. But why didn't I push the button? Because of this unfilled volume imbalance. So it's 840. We know that in between this time price manipulates a lot. So let's look at Dow. On Dow, what do you see? Dow is reaching for higher time frame liquidity. So on 50-minute chart, let's see from where Dow can reverse. I asked you guys then, like, from where price can reverse. Then I told you that a reversal from this fair value gap is very much possible, but this fair value gap was not in premium. Okay, so from this high to this low, let's see where the premium is. Premium is coming up here. What do you guys see here? I do see a fair value gap here, a order block aligned with this fair value gap. That's the order block right here. A fair value gap. Do you guys see it? A small fair value gap right here. So let's see from which level. Let's see on 5-minute chart what 5-minute chart is showing to us. Price did a stop hunt here, okay? Price hit the premium level right here. So that's our internal buy side liquidity. Or we'll say a stop hunt. So now let's go back to the 1-minute chart. Price did a stop hunt here at this level. That's a higher high, okay? So stop hunt is there. Sorry, swing high, not higher high. And we do have relative equal lows and unfilled fair value gaps below. Where is our breaker block? Breaker block is here. We'll just watch this trade painting out. I will not take it. That's the breaker block is higher high, new higher high. Did a stop hunt in premium. Right, price generated relative equal lows. There are a lot of relative equal lows here. So a TP for this trade, if price is closing, you can just worry below this breaker block. A TP can be at this order blocks here. So I'll put a alert here. So let's go back to the NASDAQ. ES, what is ES doing? Minute. ES is inside this fair value gap, this old fair value gap. Yes, hit this fair value gap. Right, this CB right here on hourly chart. ES generated relative equal lows. Unfilled fair value gap here. So let's see what ES does. It's aligning with our short idea, short trade idea. So let's see how ES moves. Anyway, let's see how NASDAQ is behaving. NASDAQ is just consolidating inside this breaker block, right? Okay, Dow is crossing our line, so let's see how Dow is behaving. Okay, Dow activated the breaker block. Let's wait for a candle's body closure below this breaker block, okay, that I outlined on Dow on 1 minute chart. Let's wait for that. Because of this volume imbalance, I didn't push the button on demo. Otherwise, I would have did push the button here in front of you. Is it visible? Okay, someone is saying, Mike is saying, hi mate, seems like on NQ mini is more messy than US100. No volume imbalance, just a small BPR. There's no volume imbalance on US100. Really? Wow, there's no volume imbalance on US100. On this chart, not on mini chart though. On mini chart, I saw a volume imbalance here, right? Really? That's only a BPR. Anyway, and on US100, price did hit this BPR here, right? This is clean hit of the Fair Valley gap. Then price is dropping beautifully. I was right in my analysis, so that's what I like. I was freaking right. On Dow, what do you guys see? Dow closed the candle's body below this breaker block here, right? Do you guys see the logic? Okay, I shared the logic with you. Price hit a premium PDA. Price hit the premium. Okay, based on the measurement that I did from this swing high to this low, premium here. Price did a stop hunt in this premium zone. Is visible on 5-minute chart. That's a swing high. Price came up, did a stop hunt. Did we have a breaker block here? Yes, but the problem was time was not aligning with my analysis, so that's the reason I will not take it. I didn't took it because of this reason, but you can see that price respected my analysis beautifully. A partial or a TP will be here, depends on how we were trading. NQ is beautiful today, beautiful rejection from this breaker block. This volume imbalance, because of this, is all of the fault of this volume imbalance. Okay, this volume imbalance was not supposed to be here, but it was here, and then because of this volume imbalance, I didn't push the button. Clean. Suppose we took this trade. Okay, suppose we did took this trade. Our stop loss, you guys know, when I shared the analysis the very first time, I told you guys a stop loss will be above the upper quadrant. Didn't hit it. Suppose you enter here. Okay, I will not push button here, not even in this candle. Once price was retesting, showing me willingness to drop, that's the time when I would have like pushed the button. And you can beautifully see that if we were targeting this low here, everything was shared with you. before it happened. Okay, there's no hindsight. You cannot prove to me I did, and I'm talking in hindsight. Everything that I shared here and in any of my live streams, everything, every signal that I gave you guys, it was completely based on clean analysis with ICT concept, no hindsight. Okay, and I'm the only person who is doing it in this ICT concept industry like this every day for free. So if you're liking it, can you hit the thumbs up button? Can I expect you to do that? 300 people watching, only 87 like. What's up, guys? Can we reach to 200? Can we do that? So let's project the standard deviation. Let's see if price wanna go further down. Okay, so our -1 standard deviation comes in here, and you can see the price beautifully delivered it. -2 standard deviation is here. So yeah, you can target this. If you're still in this trade, you can put your stop loss in your entry and you can target this. Every day I'm coming here outlining a setup in front of you every single day. Just as I tell you guys, there will be a setup every single day in front of you. And look at it. One setup. I'm talking about one setup. Outlining it to you on NASDAQ. On Dow. And price is respecting every one of my analysis to the tick, to the precision. Okay, no hindsight. Prove me I'm doing anything here in hindsight. And what can I give you? I can give you like a 50k account, funded account. Prove to me. Okay, that's a challenge. You cannot. So that's a fair value gap. And what do you see? Price came up, filled this fair value gap. We want to see price remaining heavy towards the sell side. Okay, let's look at the chat. US100 TP, well done Mike. Thomas Thomas is saying we are in deep discount from overnight trading, aren't we? We are not. Don't you think we should take out some more buy side before going lower? I don't think that. What I think I already shared with you, Thomas, when I started the stream. Before I started the stream, I even shared my analysis on Telegram. I was expecting a run on sell side liquidity first, then a movement towards the buy side. I explained everything. If you missed it, you can rewind and you can listen to it again, Thomas. And after that, if you have questions, you can ask me here. Mike is saying 2.34R. Wow. It was more than a 3R trade, to be honest. The analysis that I shared on NQ, you are putting your TP here, right? Why is it moving like this? Okay, you are putting your TP here. That's a 3R. Okay, I think 2.86R. Not bad at all. 2R is not bad. So let's see if price is hitting -2 standard deviation. And let's answer some more chat questions. Would you have waited for US30 to return to the breaker block before entering? No, I will not wait for price to return back to this breaker block on like Dow. Why? Price closed the candle body here. I would have engaged at this candle somewhere between here, right? And suppose I entered here. Where would I put my stop loss? It's not a high risk entry. A low risk, okay? A low ideal scenario in a breaker block entry will be here. Once price comes up and retest it. But from my experience, I know price will not do that. And the thing is, I didn't share the execution with you because look at the time. It was outside of my macro zone. So me personally, I'm not willing to push the button. But I shared the analysis with you. Suppose the stop loss above the upper quadrant, right? Above the upper quadrant will be here. Target before price even activated this breaker block. I shared the target with you. That's the target. 4-hour trade. It's easy. And an execution would have been here again, like a pyramid in your entry. If you are into those things, pyramiding, then execution would have been here. I don't know about you guys, how focused you guys are, but I have a cat and he's sitting next to me and he's like looking at chart and me with like a deep attention without even blinking his eyes. That's the reason I like cats, you know, like they're so humble, so calm, and it's great for a cat. So if you guys are like feeling lonely, you can get a cat, and you can see that they react very beautifully to you. They're better than dogs, to be honest. So do we have any SMT below here? I think we have. Yes, look at ES. Lower low, new lower low. So SMT with ES below this level, but let's see. I want to see this SMT failing, okay? I'm targeting to -2 standard deviation, and I think it's possible for price to deliver down here. Why? You can ask me like, why HYDRA? No, don't sit there. One thing that I don't like about cat, they like to sit on my clothes, okay? And they have like a long fur, their hair, and it drops on my clothes, then I have to wash it again and again. So yeah, that's what I don't like about them. And he was doing the same thing here. He was sitting on my clothes. Anyway, why am I expecting a drop in this -2 standard deviation? Because we have lower targets on higher time frame. If I take you guys on daily chart, did price hit the daily fair value gap here yet? No, there's a fair value gap here, okay? When I started my stream, I shared the analysis with you all that that's the fair value gap, that's the draw on liquidity. I want to see price dropping down here. That's the reason I'm expecting a run on -2 standard deviation. Let's go back to the 1 minute chart. The price is still dropping. We will look for a buy, okay? Once price comes down and drops to the daily fair value gap, then we'll look for a buy. Until then, I'm not looking for a buy. I'm gonna go outside. I got like 4 cats. I'm into cat, okay? When I was working, when I was doing a full-time job, I only had 1 cat because they require money, okay? They need food, they need care. Once I was making money, I bought 3 other cats. So all of them are male, there's no female, and all of them, they always wanna be with me, and I really love them. So yeah, I'll share one their picture on Telegram if I take any. Okay, let's look at Dow. Someone is saying here like Aisha Speed Shorts is saying I'm in Dow, still TP at 580. 580. Not here. Your TP should be here. 33,584. That's the level you should put your TP. Not anywhere inside this red box that you see. Not anywhere inside it. Rather above it, okay? Right here. That's where you should put your TP. Your stop loss right now should be at the entry. Should not hope, okay? There will always be a setup, okay? You should not hope. If you're getting only suppose 1 to 5 hour, happy with that. Don't move your TP down below here for more reward, okay? To make it 2 hour. No. Your TP should be logical. If price is providing you 1 hour and you are seeing the logic behind it for price to only move to 1 hour, then do it. Don't hope that okay, price should hit my TP at 2 hour. No, don't do that. So your TP should be here, stop loss at the entry, no loss, okay? If you are like price is coming up, retesting this breaker block, you can engage again, but not giving a price to put you in loss, okay? Don't do that. And what I think is a revisit in this fair value gap is possible, but not above this, okay? If price is going above this fair value gap, then our last line of the defense in this setup will be this fair value gap here. Okay, so you can either put your stop loss in entry or above this fair value gap. If price is coming up and going above this fair value gap, your analysis is wrong, my analysis is wrong, and you should get out. Okay, you should not hope. We are not here to hope, and it doesn't work in trading. ES, what is ES doing? Chopping around. Why do you guys trade on ES? Do you guys see a setup here? No. On Nasdaq, on US30, there's a setup, but on on ES, it's in a consolidation range. That's the high, low, that's the consolidation range, and it's just hovering inside it. Let's go back to Nasdaq. Nasdaq is really clean today, and it's been clean since like for the last couple of days. So another partial, okay, if you are in this trade, I'm not, another partial would be below this low, and you can see how price is consolidating and chopping right now. And we know that price will do it, because I always tell you guys that after 835 till 920, that's the zone where price will manipulate. If you are already in a trade by using our macro, like suppose 820 to 830, you push the button and TP was not got hit, you should stick with that trade, but you should not push any button on your live funds at after 835 till 920. Look at the consolidation here. Yes, we can see the drawn liquidity here, then the negative 2 standard deviation, but what about the emotion? Nati is saying, my cats does not let me sleep. Wow, really? My cats let me sleep. They sleep next to me. They don't make any sound. They're very nice. I show speed shorts. I have stop loss at break even. Good. Mike is saying US100, we just hit volume imbalance at 1-2 of May, so we might spend here some time. Let's see. Victor is saying, thanks for your time. I have to go on iSession. See you again, Victor. And you can always watch it later, okay? So another partial would have been here. I told you guys a partial is here, okay? And our stop loss is at here. The break even. Let's see what price does. Let's look at dollar. How dollar is behaving. I forgot to look at dollar. Okay, dollar went up. Okay, so our last line of defense to hope for a reversal will be from this fair value gap, which is aligned with this equal high. Okay, price can take it or just can hit the hit this fair value gap and then drop. Okay, it can do that, very much possible. So let's see how dollar behaves. I'll drop down to the 5-minute chart. If dollar is not stopping, okay, after hitting this fair value gap, we can expect to see Nasdaq hitting the daily fair value gap that I outlined. Do you guys remember? Do you want me to show to you the daily fair value gap again? You can look at it in your chart. This daily unfilled fair value gap is the strong liquidity level right now. Aisha Speed is saying, is that order block on Nas the stop hunt candle? Okay, on Nasdaq, let's look at there. Let's look at that, the order block on Nasdaq. I think you are on 1-minute chart, right? The level where price did a stop hunt. Here, there's no price didn't respect any order block here. If price was respecting the order block, it wouldn't have did a stop hunt first of all. So there's no like stop hunt. Sorry, order block here at this level, but the order block is here. This is the order block, and price respected it by not going above it. Okay, price generated relative equal lows on Nasdaq. Do you see it? So this is the low. Okay, there's no partial anymore. Our stop loss, we already got 3 partial here. We didn't got a chance to enter anyway. So partial below this low, second partial here, third partial here. So now just let it run. That's how I would have did it. Okay, I do see price leaving relative equal lows, so price can either take it now or at 9:30. And on higher time frame, on 5-minute chart, do you guys see another breaker block on 5-minute? I'm just watching it now and I saw it now. So on 5-minute chart, I do see a breaker block here. Do you guys see it? Higher high, new higher high, premium PD area got hit. That's the breaker block. So let's see if price coming up and retesting this level again, or is it dropping towards the sell side and hitting our TP at -2 standard deviation. So this breaker block that I outlined is from the 5-minute chart. You can see that these last 2 down close candles make sense to me, but if you are on 1-minute chart, these down close candles are our breaker block. Okay, according to the 1-minute chart, and you saw price respecting this breaker block beautifully, but the move, okay, the exact same time, the specific time when this breaker block got activated is at 8:35. Okay, I want to see price activating a breaker block before 8:35. It did activate a breaker block 8:35, then it consolidated for like 5 more minutes. Then it broke and went below this breaker block at 8:43. So even if you are considering our macro for 20 minutes, right? You should not take this trade on your live funds, because if you are following the macro zones like me, we want to see price activating our setup inside our macro, not outside. Let's look at dollar. Dollar is not showing any willingness to stop. I do see like unfilled fair value gap, relative equal lows. Dollar is only providing like short term internal sell side liquidity, and then it's moving towards the buy side aggressively. And what do you see? Dollar and NQ. Look at both of these pair. They're moving together. Okay? So what they're doing right now, they're manipulating. Now the dollar is going to the buy side. From where can dollar reverse? Let's look at the possible reversal zones. So that's the fair value gap I outlined. Above this fair value gap, we have a high here. It's a swing high, so I'll just mark it. And I don't see any unfilled fair value gap on 1 minute though, but we do have this. What is this? I think it's a new day opening gap. Yeah, it's a new day opening gap. So let's see if dollar wanna revisit this new day opening gap or not. I expected to see dollar reversing from these 2 levels, but it didn't. So yeah, now I want to see a reversal from this new day opening gap if dollar want to go up there, as it's showing willingness to do so. So when they both move together, when you see dollar, NQ, Dow moving together, you should know that that's the time the price will present to you a low probability setup. And when it does that, right, and you have a clean analysis in your own chart. Suppose I do have a clean analysis on NASDAQ, okay? Just avoid dollar. If they both are moving together, avoid dollar. When they're not moving together in opposite to each other, that's the time when you should look at dollar. Got it? I hope you do. And if you don't trust me, your experience will teach you by itself, okay? You will learn it in a hard way. So we should just wait patiently, let price get out of this zone, okay? I do see relative equal highs, relative equal lows. So let's see which side gets delivered first at 9:30. The side that price will deliver first, the opposite side it will hunt at 9:30. It's easy as that, okay? Folks, most 95% of ICT traders, they wait for a Judah swing to hit and then trade. Me here, I predict the Judah swing. I participate in the Judah swing. You guys know that Judah swing is so volatile, okay? If your analysis is correct, you can be done in 3 minutes with a lot of profit with a 2 to 4 hour target. So I saw it. When I saw it, okay, why not participate in that? And why should I wait for after Judah's move, which is slow? So that's the reason I do take part in Judah's, the actual Judah's, not the swing, okay? The Judah's move itself, and after that I wait for, if suppose I miss the trade. At 9:20 to 9:30 price didn't present me a setup, I'll wait for 9:50 to 10:10. Do you guys see how I timed my model? It's either giving me that or that. If it's not presenting both of the ideas, then I'm gonna wait for another macro. That's how it is. Simple, easy to follow, nothing complex. Just draw a couple of lines. That's it. But the warning level is not for the beginner. US30 is revisiting the breaker block. Let's look there. Yes, US30 did hit this breaker block beautifully. So what did I told you guys? A stop loss will be above this fair value gap. If Dow wanna respect this breaker block, it will not go above this fair value gap. Was it a hindsight analysis? It wasn't. Now I wanna see Dow going below this fair value gap and using it as a inversion, okay? I don't wanna see this fair value gap, this old failed fair value gap supporting price towards the buy side. Where can you put your stop loss right now? Above this swing high. So do you guys see how I read the chart with logic? It almost feels like replay mode. How did HYDRA knew that he should put his stop loss above here and price will not go above this level? Shared everything with you in detail, so you can go back, rewind the stream and listen to it again if you missed it or if you haven't understood it. I'm gonna explain it to you in easy words again. Swing high, swing low, measure it. Where is the premium? Above this level. So if price wanna revisit this breaker block, it will revisit the premium zone. Do we have an unfilled fair value gap in premium? Yes, we do have this unfilled fair value gap. And what do we know? Price will only hunt two things: either liquidity level or a fair value gap. And on Nasdaq, okay, you guys know that drawn liquidity is below this low. Our TP is here, right? The folks who took this trade, they got another chance to re-enter in pyramid in their entry here. Okay, me personally, I will not push the button because I'm bound to my rules. If I'm pushing the button, it's gonna be on demo, but I'm not doing so. But if you did it, if you are willing to take the loss, okay, you could have pyramided here. When will you pyramid? Okay, if you are asking me like HYDRA, if you are taking this trade and if this trade is inside your macro, will you pyramid in this entry? At this candle? No. I'll wait for this candle to show up in bearish way. Okay, if this candle was moving towards the buy side aggressively, I would not have pyramided in my entry. Okay, so look at this candle. This candle opened lower. Suppose you missed your execution here. Second candle gave you a chance. Third candle gave you a chance. So that's how we pyramid. Okay, every candle here is supporting our trade analysis. That's how I would have pyramided. Not at this candle. Okay, that's gonna be a high risk pyramid. for me, in my model, I put it in a way where I find everything in a high probability, in a low probability condition. So this pyramid in this candle would have been like a high probability risk, sorry, high risk condition, and then the next candle that you hear is gonna be a low risk condition here. Okay, why is it a low risk? It opened lower, supporting our trade idea, price came up, hit this fair value gap, now rejecting. Okay, so it's easy. And on Nasdaq, you can see that price is hitting our negative to standard deviation. That will be our TP. Beautiful rejection. Only the fact is this, because of this volume imbalance, I didn't push the button. That's what I'm regretting. Okay, I should have pushed the button. I wanted to, but because of this volume imbalance, it wasn't visible on US100, but on mini chart it was visible. So Nasdaq, okay, what did I told you guys? Nasdaq generated liquidity before 9:30, and before 9:30 I told you guys, wait and see where Nasdaq delivers liquidity first. Nasdaq delivered liquidity towards the sell side first. Where do we have liquidity left? Above these equal highs, right? So at 9:30 it's very possible for price to do a Judas move above this high and then dropping to our daily fair value gap. That's what I'm thinking. That's my experience tells me. So let's see what happens. Okay, in near future, I need you opinion from you guys. In near future, I'm partnered with Funded Next. Okay, you guys know it. You can see it. I have a referral code, a discount code here. If you guys are into those things, you can use a 5% discount from my code that you will get. So in near future, I'm thinking to trade with one of their funded account. Okay, suppose a 50K or suppose a 100K account in front of you. I shared the analysis. Just as I shared the analysis in front of you, I did push the button yesterday in front of you in demo. So I think I can do the same thing on a funded account. I never tried a funded account before. So this will be something very new for me. And the folks who are interested watching a funded account grow, they can also do that. Come in my live stream and watch me trading in a funded account. So should I do it? Should I ask them to give me a 50K challenge account to do trading with their account live in front of you? Okay, I think it will be good, you know, because you can watch the spread. I can watch the spread, and I never tried. I will have experience. You will have experience, like which one is the right broker, right funded company, right? So yeah, we can watch it together. If they're like a fraud or something, we'll know it. So yeah, I'm willing to do that. It's not like I don't want to do it. I want to do it, but the problem is that some people, they will use it as a signal. Okay, rather than learning and coming here, I'm not gonna be live streaming for free forever. So now when I leave, okay, I'll do the same thing for my paid members. There's nothing special. I don't hold the Enigma. I don't have anything special. If I'm making a paid member group, I'll be doing the same thing. Okay, so before I leave, I wanna see how the funded accounts behave with you all. Okay, So we'll do that. I'll talk with them about that, about a funded account like a 50k or suppose 100k, whatever they're willing to give, and I'll trade with that in front of you inside of our macro. Okay, not pushing the button outside of our macro, inside the macro. So I think the 930 move will happen towards the sell side. Okay, the Judas will happen towards the sell side, and then a run towards the buy side is very much possible. And the Judas that will happen, I think it will hit our daily fair value gap. Where is our daily fair value gap? This line that you see here, right? That's our daily fair value gap. So I think a run in this daily fair value gap is possible at 930. Do you guys see any breaker block here? I don't see any breaker block. Let's look at ES. Why on 1 minute ES is like this? Do I see any breaker block on ES on 1 minute chart? I do see a breaker block. That will be the higher high, new higher, sorry, that will be the lower high, okay, where price did the stop hunt, new higher high, but did price hit the premium level? First we'll have to look into that. From this low to the high, yeah, price did hit a premium level, and also I think a fair value gap here. So no, price didn't revisit at this fair value gap. So what I want to see, okay, I want to see a stop hunt here though. To me, this stop hunt here is not valid on ES. I want to see price coming up, doing a stop hunt here, right, in this gap that you see here, the fair value gap, and it's aligned with this volume imbalance. So I want to see price coming here, hitting this level right here, and then going below this last down close candle here, these candles. This will be our future breaker block. Okay, so I'm predicting a breaker block before it's happening. So let's see if I'm wrong or right on ES. I'm expecting a bearish price action below this low, and we do have higher time frame target. We do have this fair value gap. When I started the stream, I shared with you all that I want to see price revisiting the fair value gap here on ES. That's what I told you, and it's happening to the tick, precision. Okay, you cannot argue with the precision that I'm sharing with you here. That's what you cannot do. Challenge, do it. So that's a fair value gap. Price came up, revisited this fair value gap. I told you guys that if this fair value gap is not holding, okay, this is a CB. The duty of a CB is it's supposed to send price towards the sell side. It already did here. Then this CB got failed. Is it done with its business? Is price done with this fair value gap? No, we can use this fair value gap again as an inversion. What do you see here? Price came down, closed the candle body below. Entry would have been here again, pyramid. Now pyramid in your entry again. Stop loss. Where is your stop loss? Above this candle side. Partial, new partial will be below this low. TP will be here. Okay, or if you wanna get like a little bit more safe, you can take a partial at this small fair value gap that you see, right? If you're in this trade, suppose you pyramided here, and you can take a partial. You can take like half of the position off here. Price can reverse from here, but we do see relative equal lows here, right? So it's very much possible for price to drop here, at least here. Okay, so your TP will be here. Or if you are putting your TP here, it's also logical, but me personally, I will not put the TP here. I'll put the TP where I know that price will at least provide liquidity there. That's the place where I'll put the TP. Let's look at dollar. We are getting close to our New York open, 930. And on dollar, I do see a breaker block. Price came up. This real line there you see, what is this real line? I forgot. I think it was a swing high, right? Yes, it's a swing high, and price provided liquidity here. Stop hunt, higher high, new higher high. This down close candles becomes our breaker block, right? So I want to see price closing on dollar, price closing candles body below this breaker block, and if it does that, price will hunt liquidity down here, and we will see price revisiting this fair value gap again. So let's look for that. What do you see on Nasdaq right now? What did I told you guys? Every single day I'm telling you, after 8:30 to 9:20, that's the period that price will manipulate. Shazam, what's your name? I think I'm pronouncing your name in a wrong way. Anyway, why there is no volume imbalance in ESM? Because they're different. They move different. So it's not like what you see on Nasdaq. It will be exactly the same thing on ES. No, it won't be. Okay, on US30, you can see the price did respected my analysis to the tick. When price was here, I told you that I see a breaker block. A possible run will be in this level right here, and you saw price hitting this level beautifully, delivering right here. Beautiful delivery here. So can I get a thumbs up from you guys? You guys saw me getting right today 2 times on NQ. Okay, right here on NQ I got right. My analysis was right. On Dow, my analysis was also right. If you can prove to me that I did anything on hindsight, I'm gonna give you a 50k challenge account. If you can prove from my live stream that I did anything when price hit this fair value gap, hit this level here, okay, the TP, our TP right here, I shared that this target before this breaker block even got activated. Suppose you took this trade, okay? Suppose you enter here. Suppose you were very very bad in your entries and you were putting your stop loss above this breaker block. You want targeting this 1.5 hour. Suppose you are good in your entries and you missed the first entry, you entered again at this level. That's a 3-hour trade. Is it bad? Suppose you are holding down here 4 hour. So you made money, I know you did. So if you did that, hit the thumbs up button. It inspires me to keep doing this live stream for you guys for free. So let's look at ES. On ES, I told you guys that's the breaker block that I see, but it wasn't activated. I wanted to see a stop hunt here, a run in this fair value gap again, as we have relative equal highs, and then we would have a clear analysis. But I also do see a breaker block here though. Simon, okay, I got it, Simon. So it's 9:29. Let's go back to Nasdaq and let's see how price behaves. We are expecting a run on sell side after now the price is near to these equal highs, okay? Let's see if price takes these equal highs out and then drops. If it does not take these highs out, we can expect to see a reversal after price hits the daily fair value gap. Okay. The price is taking out this equal high, so we can expect to see a run on sell side liquidity. Let's see what it does. Okay, it just move aggressively towards the buy side. So we got 3 partials in this trade. Price didn't hit our TP here, but 3 partial. I think if you were in this trade, 80% of your position were taken off, right? So let's see price rejects from this breaker block again. Okay, price just moved towards the buy side aggressively on NQ. So you can see the price did a stop hunt again at this level here, and our drawn liquidity right now will be these relative equal lows down here. Dow is looking beautiful. Look at Dow. Dow came up, okay, hit this fair value gap again, and then it's rejecting again. So this is the inversion that I told you guys. Okay, what does the inversion mean? A failed fair value gap turning into resistance for price. This fair value gap was supposed to provide support for price towards the sell side, right? It did here once, then it got failed. So this fair value gap becomes an inversion. And when it becomes an inversion, we wait to see price providing getting support again. Price will support here again, then here again. So 2 times the price goes support from this inversion level. Let's look at dollar, how dollar is behaving. Okay, dollar closed a candle body below our breaker block right here. So what I want to see, dollar remaining heavy towards the sell side. Okay, wow, on ES you can see that ES respected our old breaker or this breaker block. Okay, I wanted to see a run on this stop hunt, but it didn't happen. But anyway, the ES is also respecting this breaker block. ES closed the candle's body below this breaker block inside our macro 920 to 930. You can see that this candle right here, that price closed, it was inside, it was at 927. So ES closed the candle's body inside our macro below the breaker block. So this was a valid setup. If you were like, suppose you were pushing the button here, right? Suppose you push the button here, stop loss, you know, like above the breaker block, or if I was trading, I would have put the stop loss like above the upper quadrant, somewhere between here, target 2R, and you can see the price beautifully delivered 2R, even more than that. And Dow is reversing. That's the reason I told you guys, your TP can be right here. That was a good place for a TP. Now, do you guys see the reason? Suppose you were holding and targeting a unfilled fair value gap below here, then here. No, price would have hit your stop loss right now. Now let's see if on Dow, I do see this big wick. So let's see if price gets rejected from our quadrant levels of this big wick. Price hit the 0.25. Now let's see if it reverses from here or not. So how far price can go on Dow, okay? If I measure this fair value gap, I can expect to see price at least coming down to the midway right here. And then it can reverse. We do have higher targets, right? I think that's a fair value gap here. I didn't mark it. Oh, that's an order block. So price can come up here, but I'm expecting to see a run on this midway of this fair value gap. Let's look at NQ. NQ is still respecting our breaker block though. So now that price is reversing towards the sell side, I told you guys that price provided liquidity towards the sell side, okay? Do you guys remember before 9:30 I told you guys price provided liquidity, price generated liquidity towards the sell side as equal low, and it delivered beautifully towards the sell side. After that I told you guys that now price can go up and hunt these relative equal highs. Price did provide a liquidity more than that on NASDAQ, and it got rejected beautifully from these levels. So our drawn liquidity right now can be below this low. But I don't see a setup, it's just like analysis that I am sharing with you all here. So let's see what price does. I do see a fair value gap here, so I want to see price going below using this fair value gap as an inversion to hunt liquidity down here. A revisit to the breaker block again, and we are getting close to our next macro, 950 to 1010. That's our next macro. So let's see how, if price is providing a clean setup to us. I don't see any clean setup here. On 3-minute, nothing. That's the breaker block, and price is still respecting it. On 3-minute chart, that's the breaker block. It comes here, and you can see the price respecting this breaker block beautifully. So other than that, I don't see any new breaker block that we can take as a entry. People are saying Dixie looking bearish. Let's look at Dixie. Yeah, Dixie is bearish. I told you guys that now the price closed the candle's body below this fair value gap, right? So sorry, below the breaker block. I want to see Dixie remaining heavy towards the sell side, and I gave you guys a target. A revisit to this fair value gap is possible, and they both are moving together. Okay, so just avoid Dixie. Now that they're moving together, it's manipulating a lot. I'm gonna wait till the 950 to 1010 macro. If price is not presenting a clean setup in front of us inside that macro, I'll be done with trading today. And on NQ, I only see this breaker block is getting respected by price again and again. NQ is moving with dollar. Okay, dollar is dropping, NQ is dropping, and on Dow you can see that Dow is respecting the analysis with the dollar. Okay, dollar is moving towards the sell side, Dow is moving towards the buy side. And look at the rejection, look at the pump here, beautiful pump. Price came down at this fair value gap, right? Got rejected from the 0.75. So what does that mean? It means that the IOFED, institutional order flow entry drill, and you can see that how beautifully price is going towards the buy side. A beautiful aggressive pump. So now that price provided liquidity towards the buy side, we can hope to see a run on sell side again. So it's 943. Let's wait for the 950 macro to hit. We do have this unfilled fair value gap. I shared with you all that that's the unfilled fair value gap, but I wanted to see a run on this BC first, and then this pump here. This pump happened early. So price cleared out the equal high here on Dow, right? So it also generated this fair value gap. Now let's see if price is inside any new week opening gap. Yeah, there's a small new week opening gap right here, new day opening gap. Price came up, hit the new week opening gap to the tick. Look at that, look at the precision here, folks. Price came up, hit the new day opening gap, and now it's rejecting. So let's see how price is rejects, and if it's rejecting, okay, if it's going towards the sell side, I think a run below this low is possible. So let's wait. It's 9:44. We still have 6 minutes before our macro starts. And dollar is moving towards the sell side. I told you guys a revisit of this fair value gap, old fair value gap, is possible. So let's see how dollar behaves. I outlined to you this breaker block before this breaker block got activated. When price did the stop hunt, I outlined to you this red line that you see. I outlined it to you before price even dropped from there. What is this red line? It's a swing high, old swing high, above this fair value gap, okay? Above this hourly fair value gap, and that's the swing high. Do you guys see? That's the swing high. Price took it, reversed, generated breaker block right here, beautiful breaker block, went below. Now it's gonna hit this unfilled fair value gap that I outlined. Sorry, the old fair value gap that I outlined, and it just hit it. So beautiful rejection, but we couldn't take any trade on indices because they were moving together. Okay, chopping around, manipulating a lot. Okay, ES doing the exact same thing that I wanted to see at 9:30. I wanted to see price coming up, hitting this fair value gap here, right? That's the exact same was that I told you guys, and then dropping. ES is doing it right now, but anyway, let's see if if Dow presents us any setup. On 1 minute chart, I don't see any setup. 3 minute, nothing. But this big wick, price is rejecting from this big wick, right? So if I measure this big wick, you can see the price came up. According to the measurement of this big wick, our premium level is here at the midway and the upper quadrant. Price came up at the midway, upper quadrant got rejected aggressively. So let's see where price can go. A revisit below this low is very much possible. Okay, below this low right here, which is paired with this unfilled fair value gap. You know, on NQ you can see that NQ is just chopping around. I don't think there's any clean setup even on 1 minute chart. Yeah, it's just chopping around, and I don't have a clean analysis right now on NQ, but based on the measurement of this week, I do have a clean analysis on Dow. So let's see how Dow behaves. 2 minutes until our macro starts. I will put dollar right here. I will not trade on NQ right now because of the choppiness that it did here. But I'm looking at NQ on my other monitor, so I'll put dollar here. So dollar revisited the fair value gap that I outlined, the old fair value gap. So now let's see if dollar wanna reverse towards the buy side. Alexander is saying that's one of your concept, right? It's not my concept, it's ICT's concept, and yeah, I use the measurement of the week in my trading. Aisha Speed is saying I entered Dixie when it closed below the breaker block TP 710. Wow, you are making money today. Right where on dollar, okay, let's put the YM here, and on dollar your TP is at where? 710. Yeah, and it just got hit. So you are a living proof here that I was right today a lot of times. I show speed, right? Thomas is saying YM closed opening gap from overnight trading. YM closed the opening gap from overnight trading. Okay, let's look at, I forgot to tell you guys that Dixie, sorry, the DJI, okay? DJI is Dow Jones Industrials. So I'll open the chart and then I'll talk about it. Okay, so DJI is the main chart of Dow Jones, okay? The US30, that's the main chart. That is aligned with the New York Stock Exchange, and you can see that we do have this unfilled gap here, opening gap here, and today right now price had an opening gap here, right? At 9:30 price open here. It's the regular trading hours, and price filled this gap. So let's see if price wanna reverse from here. I do see unfilled gap and unfilled opening gap on Dow towards the sell side. Like, look at this gap. It's the gap from yesterday, 5th May. So sorry, it's the gap from 5th May, and this is unfilled. And everything is indicating me that price wanna revisit this gap. So let's see if it's wanna do that or not. I do see a breaker block here though. Higher high, new higher high, that paired with equal high. Breaker block, price came up, right? Respected this breaker block. Look at the candle's body. It didn't close above the breaker block here, so price is respecting it. So let's see where price sends this breaker block, sends the price run right now. I'm expecting a run on sell side liquidity though, right here. We are inside of our macro. Let's go back to our main chart and let's look for a setup. Dollar is still going towards the sell side, so I think a revisit of this volume imbalance right here is very much possible, and if price still want to remain heavy towards the sell side, a revisit below this low is very much possible. So let's wait and let's see what price unfolds. Look, so this is the measurement of this big wick, right? That's the 5-minute wick. When I'm dropping down to 1 minute, what do you see? Price coming up at the premium level based on the measurement of the wick, okay? Our discount is here, premium is above the midway. Then you can see the price came up, hit the midway, got rejected. So it's showing willingness to me that it wanna remain heavy towards the sell side, but on dollar you can see that dollar is moving towards the sell side. So let's see how they do it. To be honest, I don't see any clean setup. Let's look at NQ. On NQ, I do see a stop hunt here. Let me mark it for you. Stop hunt. New higher high above here. So where is our breaker block? New higher high, so our breaker block is below here at these candles. So that's our breaker block on NQ. That's a breaker block. So let's see if price is closing its candles body below here. If it does that, our target will be below this low, and we are inside of our macro. So let's see how price does it. So on Dow, you can see the price generating relative equal highs here. So I'll just forget about Dow right now. I don't want to look at Dow. I want to look at NQ. Price came up, hit our old breaker block here again. Was it our old breaker block? Yes. So let's see price want to reverse. I do see relative equal lows below here, and it goes with my breaker block model. If you don't know what model I'm talking about, I did made a video on my model on that goes by the title Deep Inside Macro. So if you watch this video, you will be able to understand what model I'm talking about. Let's put it on 5 minutes, and let's look at other time frames here. NQ, okay, NQ wanna move towards the CB, okay? We do have this hourly CB here. So let's see if price wanna get rejected after hitting the CB here. That's our hourly CB. Do you guys see it? That's the CB. And this breaker block is not valid anymore. We do have relative equal lows towards the sell side. I wanna see price rejecting from this CB though. Oh, nothing interests me anymore. I want to see a rejection from this fair value gap. If this fair value gap is not rejecting price, I'm done for today. Yeah, it's not rejecting price. I think price will just leave these relative equal lows and unfilled fair value gap, right? This is our daily fair value gap. This is unfilled for tomorrow, right? When I started my stream, I told you guys that before the high impact news, price generates liquidity, and at the high impact news, price takes it out. And I just saw Thomas, you did really well today on Dow. I just saw your chart analysis on Dow, and it was beautiful. Well done, Thomas. And yeah, keep it up, keep going like this. So let's see, price is reversing on NQ. Look at that, price did hit our fair value gap on 50-minute hourly CB. So to confirmation, is it on premium? Is this level on premium from this high to the low? Will the premium come in here? Or I think I'll visit the 5-minute chart, and then I'll see. I do see a high here, so no, I don't see a trade idea, to be honest. I don't want to force it. I don't want to force a trade idea. If that trade idea was clean, anything was clean here, I would have told you guys, but to be honest, I don't see anything clean right now. So this will be it for today, folks. I'm closing here, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow at 8:15 or at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will discuss about our chart, and we'll do a lot of tape reading just like we did today. I hope you enjoyed our today's session. You learned something. If you found it insightful, hit the thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys later tomorrow. So peace, take care.